I'm really into this Dr. Mario right now. I can't stop playing it.
Dr. Mario? Oh.
Yeah, I got the NES Classics version of Dr.
I think we're on air.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We are on air for Retrounlim Live 8, My Hamster. Yeah, get down. A resident dance expert there. Hello there, Rich. How are you doing this evening?
I'm radiant, thank you, Harry. How are you?
Equally radiant. Well, I would be if I knew what that meant.
It means probably being the most radiating.
That's what you call a pregnant woman.
Well, I am a pregnant woman.
Sure, it doesn't mean you're just on the radio.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. I'm in fine fettle.
Ah, you're fettling well then. Ah, what's that mug you have there? It literally says mug of tea on it.
It does, mug of tea, and it's quite big as well. It is a distinctly large mug.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know what it was, it tells you.
But it lies as well because I've had coffee in it as well.
Ah, I was just gonna say it's convenient, but you just defeated my argument.
I defeated you.
You defeated me. I killed you. Okay, next in the call we have Retro Games 1979, aka Stu.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, StuTube. That's a very nutty shirt you have on this evening.
Oh, do you like? How do I?
That's how I roll.
It says, "That's how I roll," and it's a picture of a bike.
Slacking stabilizes that bike, I must say.
I just looked for something grey because I'm wearing grey tracksuit bottoms and a grey top and grey socks because I wanted to be colour coordinated because I've just come back from the gym. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
Show us the guns.
Gun show.
There's nothing to see.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing to see yet because I'm mostly working on my belly. Well, I say working on my belly. I'm trying to get rid of fat. Because I've put on a stone in the last month because I'm having chips for lunch every day and cream cakes, and so I'm thinking, well, I'll go to the gym to try and make up for it. I also just go on the grass machine where you just go back and forth.
I'm sorry, the grass machine.
You know, cross-country ski machine where it's like.
Oh yes, so it's like a video game. Oh yes, it's like being down at the arcade. You know what they should do? They should invent arcades that are fitness arcades. So you've got your Wii step-up board thingy, and you've got those skiing games.
They did
that would be brilliant. Did they? Well,
yeah, they've done the ski one and they've done the dance ones, and there's loads of ones where you're active.
There was a very rare one, wasn't there, on the Super Nintendo with a bicycle with an exercise bike.
Oh, it's on the Wii U now. Have you seen that on the Wii U?
No.
So yeah, it's about 30 quid the bike, and it works with the Wii U for the Wii Sports.
Is it an actual exercise bike?
Yeah, well, you sit on it. It's got handles and pedals. So.
Right, I'm gonna stop being a cunt and stop playing Dr. Mario.
Hi Chris, how have you been doing this last 2 weeks while we've been off the air?
Well, you know, it's this and that, isn't it? Very few videos been putting out because can't be asked.
That's as good a reason as any, I should say. And what's your drink tonight?
How are you, Harry? How are you?
I'm extremely well, thank you very much for asking.
This is Pepsi. Other cola variants are available, although probably not as delicious.
No, I beg to differ.
Oh, I'm turning into a dog.
Oh, we're not doing this again, are we?
No, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I've done that. I don't want to be a dog. I've been trying to get. Oh, fuck
you want to be a hamster?
Rich.
I might have an hamster. Let's have a look.
Speaking of which, can you put your glasses back on for us, the other ones?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of his moustache. There you go.
Ah, there we go.
Nice.
You don't need a moustache on top of a moustache.
Not really.
What's
There
up,
you go.
dude? You
What's up,
automatically,
dude?
yeah, automatically become the 90s Nintendo dude when you put those on.
I do, and these are brand new glasses because I lost the last lot, which I have no idea where they've been or where they've gone. They must
Which
be
were
somewhere.
exactly the same.
Yeah, but these are red now. Oh,
Ooh,
the last ones were black.
fancy. Okay, we have some more people to introduce, I believe. Well, one person. It's Bob from Let's Get Retro, as it
Hello.
says at the bottom there. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going okay. Ah, you've moved your commemorative plate from the wall to the top of your television there.
It's true. I have.
The only reason I know that is because I've been editing the video, the highlights video this week. Retrounlim Gold. Yes. And your N64 setup. What's the game? What's the game?
It's the Doom. It's the port of Doom on the N64. Can I get it in focus? No, not really. Yeah, I just love that port. It's
It's a very good port. I always used to like Doom on the SNES as well.
Doom on the SNES is good. I mean, especially since it's Doom on the SNES. Like the fact that it's kind of you wouldn't have thought it'd be able to handle it, and it does.
The fact that it's Doom, the greatest game of all time, on the SNES, the greatest console of all time. Doom on the SNES. Buy it now.
Do you know if that used the Super FX chip?
I think it did. Didn't Wolfenstein as well?
It did. You're quite right, sir.
Did the thing is, did that weird Bible Noah's Ark one use it?
Super Noah's Ark 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did, from what I can remember.
That's such an odd thing, like any other kind of company would get done for copyright, but they're like, oh, we're religious, look, religion, and they're like, oh, okay, won't touch you, so.
There we go. That's
Bob,
what
are you coming over to the mainland for Play Expo?
I would love
Mainland.
to. I would love to, but sadly, I'm gonna have to miss this one.
You know, where we don't farm for potatoes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's acceptable racism. He's Irish.
This interview is over.
Yeah, on our very first edition of Retrounlim Live, we had a very interesting Irish joke, and it's a great way to get your stream off to a multi-ethnicical...
Is that a word?
Multi-ethnicical... Multi-ethical, I don't know.
Ethnicity.
Multi-story car park.
Not right.
That's right. That's close enough, Bob. Multi-story car park. Okay, on this day... That's the crowd, by the way, cheering. Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with the crowd. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. 1962. The Beverly Hillbillies premiered on CBS TV. I'm assuming that's an American network, because I've never heard of it.
Yes.
The Beverly
Cable
Hillbillies.
broadcasting system.
Yes.
Beverly Hillbillies. The Beverly Sisters Hillbillies.
How have you not heard of the Beverly Hillbillies?
I have heard of them, I've just never watched the show.
It's never heard of CBS,
Ah.
which is cable broadcasting system.
All right.
I believe.
Confused with the
What
Canadian
about backwards?
broadcasting system.
In 1985, Shamu, and that's not Shaq Stew, was born at SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, that's the white whale, isn't it?
Yes, he was the first killer whale to survive being born in captivity.
Killer
or
whale,
she.
sorry.
I don't
White
know if
whale's the biggest one, isn't it?
I don't know if it was a he or a she. It doesn't say on my piece of paper here, my electronic piece of paper. Just that we know that it's a whale. And it was born in captivity. Moving on quickly. We've got some number ones here. Bat Out of Hell 2 by Meatloaf was number one in the UK albums chart 20 years ago today.
Oh, I liked that album. I thought it was quite good. A friend of mine went to see him about 3 times in the space of like 2 years. He was a bit too much of a Meatloaf fan, to be honest.
He had too much of man boobs, did he?
Too much of sweaty man boobs.
He was great in Fight Club, but I'll never forget the man boobs.
They were
I don't think
quite,
anybody will.
they're quite impressive, weren't they, those boobs?
Edward Norton pretty much just went in there. It was just
Yeah.
disturbing.
Come
Can
to
we-
my bosom.
Please, can we move on?
Bob's boobs. I think he was
Man
in
boobs,
Bob,
you say?
actually.
No.
Oh God.
I I can't erase that from my memory now. We're not going to be able to move on.
Oh, the goggles, they do nothing.
And 10 years ago today, in 2003, Where Is the Love by Black Eyed Peas was #1 in the UK singles chart. There you
10
go.
years ago?
Yes, it makes you feel old. Yeah, it makes you feel old, doesn't it?
It does.
Probably because we are.
Yes, that is very true.
Speak for yourself. You're young.
I'm probably the youngest person here, actually.
You are.
I'm the little baby.
Little baby. It's only 15, aren't you, Harry?
Please don't pick on me. I've not left school yet.
You better not be. He told me he was 18.
I have to go to school in the morning.
That's all right. Just hitch up that skirt a bit more. What?
So does Stu.
Hey, what?
You have to go to school in the morning, don't you, Stu?
Say that again.
You have to go to school in the morning, don't you?
No, he's not allowed within 100 feet of school.
Yada.
That's the law.
Uh,
I am the law.
Speaking of old people, I see what I did there. We have birthdays. Ricky Tomlinson, my ass, is 73 years old.
Oof.
Anne
He's
Robinson.
even older than my dad. Jesus.
Is he?
Not my dad,
Jesus, your dad.
Jesus. He's over 2,000 years
Hey,
old.
God, it's your granddad. Awesome. Tell him I said hi.
Well, will do.
Anne Robinson, the presenter of The Weakest Link, is 69 today. I didn't know she was...
69, dude.
Yes. I didn't know she was that old.
I don't think she knew she was that old.
Yeah, it's the plastic surgery, isn't it?
I think it is. She's ironed her face.
Yeah. She looks a lot less aggressive these days than when she was on The Weakest Link.
That's because she can't frown. It's stuck.
It's like when Homer has that facelift, he just clips all his fat to the back of his with bulldog clips.
That's a good cheap alternative, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching.
It is.
But don't try it, otherwise we may have a lawsuit on our hands, and we do not want that. I don't have enough money. I'm only a school child. I've only got my paper round. So please don't sue us.
David Ferguson, the British murderer, was born today.
Who did he murder then?
I don't know.
He murdered a curry. Oh, I could murder a good curry, yeah.
He stabbed to death his former girlfriend, but he used the internet to research how to get away with the crime, but he obviously didn't because he got caught.
He didn't do enough research, obviously.
That's right. He'll be out soon. That was in 2000, so watch out.
Yeah. He'll be out soon, and he's coming for you.
And the internet's improved since then.
Yeah.
It does. It'd be able to find it.
Somehow we've gone from that to Retrounlim Live.
Excuse me.
Other birthdays you may be interested in. Serena Williams is 32 today, the tennis player. And Linda Hamilton, the actor of Sarah Connor.
I say Arcana.
Terminator 2. She's 56. I didn't know she was that old, actually. I was surprised by that. In our last stream that we did on this channel, the 8th podcast, I said that she must have been in her mid-40s. So, yeah, she's looking pretty young for her age.
What was the last thing she was in?
Terminator 2.
Was she in Twister or one of those disaster movies with Pierce Brosnan?
Dante's Peak?
Dante's Peak. One of the two.
Yeah, that was Dante's Peak, I think.
Right.
There was that one, the one with Tommy Lee. Oh, yeah, anyway. Okay. Yeah.
Sarah Connor.
Good evening, sir. How are you? This is Law Boys Post 1975, a.k.a. Dave.
All right, Dave.
All right, Dave.
All right, Dave.
We can't hear you. Oh, no, we can't hear you, Dave.
That'll make for a much more interesting stream.
Never mind. It's
You're
okay.
going to need to write it down.
Oh,
Oh,
here
there
we go.
Sign language, Dave.
Can't hear me.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
It's because the irony is I don't own a PlayStation, but I'm using a PlayStation 3 headset. Why? Because it's USB, and I accidentally pushed the headphone socket in on my computer, so being too lazy to take it back, I thought I'd just buy a USB socket. Didn't need to know that. It took me ages to get in, because you ever get that message when you try and log into YouTube and it goes, an error has occurred, but
Yeah.
a team of highly trained monkeys or something will by when he asks if you send this message. What is that?
I've
Highly
been guessing that
true
as well.
Hamsters.
It's a joke.
But I know. Thanks for that. Sorry.
Yes,
The irony is lost.
But
You've just ruined it.
why does it pop up like there? I'm sorry. It was. I'm just gonna get my white stick and leave.
That's it. He's never coming back now.
I have to say something quick to
First he was a
Chris.
techie, you see, and he gets
I used to be a
offended by
techie,
being
but-
called a highly trained monkey.
I want a highly trained monkey. Chris, thank you. This is amazing. I love it so much.
Oh, he's
No,
gone.
God.
Oh, what happened? Oh, he's.
Did he
You
train
tried
monkey?
saying thank you to Chris, didn't you? You bastard. It's gone.
See, it's my speaking stick. Who else can I get rid of? Hey, Bob, I love this.
Ah! He's gone! The dropping
Why
like
don't I try
flies.
it on myself?
Can I come up yet?
No.
Alright.
Don't tempt
And I
me.
said
Do
no.
the whole show from down there.
Don't
Okay.
tempt me. Oh,
Harry,
God.
I'd just like to say, Harry, thank you for your teaser trailer for this episode where you made me look like Burt Reynolds. It was amazing.
Did I?
Yeah, the bit
Yeah,
where
it's
you,
good. I like that.
where you pixelized me. For some reason, you gave me a massive mustache. You should have given me a cowboy hat and a Trans Am, but something for next time.
Oh,
I was a 90-year-old man.
I know.
Right, you're talking about the artwork that I did, yes?
How do you do that?
With a computer, my friend. A
Right,
mixture
Chris,
of...
Chris, are you
Hi,
back? Let's try this
YouTube.
again. Chris, thank you
Oh.
so much for this. It was lovely and delicious, and I'm only 6 episodes in, but my life would be unbearable without it.
Oh, Arrow. Yeah, Arrow is amazing.
So
Arrow is
good.
unreal.
Plus, it's not kidified. When he shoots people, unlike modern stuff, you actually see him shoot people.
Through the face.
Yeah. Plus, also, I thought it'd be really, really cheesy, but the fact when he stands up against guys with guns with the arrow, it looks like he can do it. You know what I mean? When he's batshit crazy, running around the room, free running and stuff like that.
His backstory gets really good as well.
Plus the fact that they feed it in. Sorry, kids, I'm a fanboy. They feed it in ever so slightly because you just think, oh, he's just on the island by himself. Oh wait, there's ninjas and a
Well-
bloke who drinks soda.
I can promise you that that backstory will continue and continue and continue because it hadn't finished at the end of season 2. It just keeps on going,
There's
apparently.
another season. Oh, sorry, just checking because it didn't suffer
No,
the
the-
curse normal
sorry.
DC stuff does, which it lasts for 1 season regardless
No.
of how much we like it and gets cancelled.
At the end of season 1, it hadn't finished off the backstory. So
And also, John Barrowman got really fat in the face. When did that happen?
yes, it did.
Good evening, Michael.
Sorry, everyone else. We
Oh,
just had a little
hello.
nerd moment.
Good
Hiya,
evening.
Michael.
Please, can you possibly introduce yourself to the people of the internet?
Yes, for those of you who don't know me, or I've just been literally living under a rock, my name is Michael Burhan. I'm an actor, director, YouTuber, you name it.
You in Arrow?
Yeah, I was the Arrow.
Good enough for me.
He can't be that good or he wouldn't be on here.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the fact that the arrow wasn't CG, it was a person. That's attention to detail.
No, I mean I was one of his arrows. Literally, that's how good of an actor I am. You just can't see me.
Do you just
That's-
run into the wall and go thunk?
Yes.
Oh, Michael, I must say you've got a very impressive collection of VHS tapes behind you there.
Yes, this is my. For those of you who don't know, I kind of migrate from my place to my mother's place, and I'm at my mother's place at the moment. And this is actually my father's room that I'm in. So.
Does he know you're there? Do you have his permission? We do not tolerate,
Yeah, well, he's long gone. But this is he left me a load of
Sorry.
stuff, including his Microsoft Xbox and his collection of videotapes, which are behind me.
I'm very impressed by the sheen coming off your head.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'm very impressed by your people skills, Chris.
I know, he's only been on a minute and already we've ripped into him completely.
See, that's
Well,
why I
mean,
wear a
the
cap.
reason why I've actually had a delay is because I've been out shopping and I managed to pick this up.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
Monopoly Empire. And I've
Advertise.
also,
Anyway, I know Michael. We're Facebook friends, so fuck you.
well, first of all, I am on Facebook, and second of all, I hardly use it because I don't understand it.
Facebook's great. It's a great little tool to expand your YouTube channels and your radio shows and stuff like that. And it's basically it's one of those things that you have to use, like for optimization, so to speak, and point people to the right direction. And I use it a lot because I started off podcasting with a gentleman named Tony Mango, and I did a podcast with him called Smart Out Moment Smack Talk, because I used to do professional wrestling. I was a pro wrestler for the Frontier Wrestling Alliance, which were performing in Morecambe.
Just for us, just go. Yeah.
Well, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, but I'll try. Oh yeah, dig it.
Good enough.
You can't beat Chris's impression, though.
Yeah, go on, Chris.
Oh yeah, it's the Macho Man, brother. What you gonna do when these 2-inch pythons run over you? Retrounlim Live #8, my hamster brother. Oh yeah.
You sound like you're taking a shit.
There you go, Harry. There's your next teaser trailer right there.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
That's all right.
Hey, Bob Stream's come back.
Arrow, 2 weeks, Dave. The next episode of Arrow, the next season starts in 2 weeks.
What channel? I see. I need to get my hands on season 2 now.
There you go.
Have you got it? Can I borrow it? Download it for me.
There's several ways to get a hold of that.
Yes, there is other ways. Not that anybody uses them because they're wrong. Oh, that's the point. Is Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. on tomorrow? That'll start tomorrow on Channel 4.
Yes,
Yes,
the
Channel
spoiler.
4. For those of you who can use the internet, you can probably see it earlier because it actually premiered.
We don't condone piracy in any way whatsoever.
Yes.
No, not piracy. There are sites that actually stream American television. So technically, but you know what? Actually, the law goes you're not even allowed to record something off of television.
No, I know. That's what
Yes,
I
you
find
are.
really.
You're allowed to record it and keep it for up to 7 days.
There you go.
Because I watched a documentary on this 2 of the last. What was the last Doctor Who box set I bought? The Cybermen one. And there was a documentary about the bloke with the first VHS, the one we've actually got, the Philips something. You know, the big fat Philips one when you had to pull the back of the tape up before you shoved it in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I had one of those.
And I've got a video on one. Go and check it out. Plug. Sorry. And yeah, there's a documentary by the BBC about it, and just being a cynical bastard, I watched this entire documentary where this bloke in front of all these people in the room goes, "Look, click, click, I am now recording this while Match of the Day is on," and everyone's like, "Oh, this is amazing." And I thought, well, hang on a minute, you're the BBC.
He's a sorcerer.
You're the BBC. I'm pretty sure if I fucking record it, you'll be around my house 2 days later if it was 70s knocking on the door and saying, "Where's your TV license, bitch?"
I'm assuming was he shown it because he was the only reason they've actually still got any, Doctor Who videos from the 70s.
Actually, it's funny, but on the same documentary, they were talking about the black market trade of Doctor Who episodes, where on Philips, people were paying like £75 in the 70s and early 80s for Doctor Who, which is what? Probably fucking 400 quid now.
Yeah.
And but they were getting them from America because obviously the BBC destroyed half their stuff, but they were screening them more often in the States, and some of the episodes we didn't have in colour, so somehow people were getting NTSC copies back. I apologise to our viewers that this has gone all boring and nerdy. Getting copies of it back then in NTSC, converting them to PAL, and making thousands of pounds out of it.
Has anybody noticed that YouTube's dead?
Has it?
No,
Gone
it's
down?
live. Just come on.
I've got a 500 internal server error on here.
That was
That's
what I was
it.
getting.
Stu, what does that mean?
The hamsters are dead.
Boys,
Internal server error means that there's some problem with the code and it can't generate properly.
Yes.
But more importantly, Stu, why don't you like my new intro?
I
Never
just
gave me a
felt
reason. You just went, Lou and Andy just went, I don't like it. Do you do crisps?
it's trying to be too much, and I think that your last one, it was short clips, very sweet short clips. This one, it seems to be very lengthy, drawn out. Just don't like it.
Same length.
See, there we go.
30 seconds long.
Artistic critique on Retrounlim Live.
Get over it. It's the fucking YouTube intro.
Yeah.
I prefer
It
the old
means
one.
nothing.
Chris, can
Well,
I
I
just
prefer
ask?
my nutsack. Sorry,
Chris,
Stu.
can
I
I
love you.
take this opportunity to ask you, Chris, where did you get your particular YouTube intro from?
A guy called Glenn Plant made it for me.
It's very fancy. It's very fancy.
It was Glenn, was it?
Yeah, off of Fiverr.com. He sold it to me for $5. When I first started out, he advertised that he does this stuff on Fiverr.com. He also does a Castlevania type one, and I thought, well, for $3, why not?
Well,
Are we talking Glenn Plant N64 guy?
Yeah.
Yay! He's cool. He should play more games that aren't N64 though. Sorry, Glenn. Love you.
Well, he
I'm
also
actually-
does Glenesis, I believe, as well.
Glennesis.
I might start selling stuff on Fiverr.com.
How did you get your hamster to eat all those things, by the way?
It's not actually my hamster. We have no
You
idea
stole
whose
a
hamster it is. It was just a hamster we stole
Richard
from.
Gere's hamster, so I'd wash it. If I was you.
It's a hamster that we stole from Freddie Starr and made it eat RU8. There you go.
Oh dear.
Stole the hamster from Freddie Starr. That's the only claim to fame that hamster has.
Some
The
claim,
hamster is
some
bottom
claim
bad,
to fame that
actually.
Freddie Starr has.
What would you sell for $5 on Fiverr.com?
Sorry?
Harry, what would you sell for $5 on Fiverr.com?
His arse.
Sorry.
Strands of my hair.
I'm
My
fine.
yak hair.
I think you're bald. Because we've never seen.
Again, Chris, the people skills.
No,
Would you
it's
like-
Harry.
Would you like a
We've never
bet?
sing him. I'm really looking forward to Play Expo.
Would you like a
That's
bet?
my highlight. No.
Oh, could have bet a $5 or $5 on
I'll
Fiverr.
tell you what, Harry. I will bet you an unboxed copy of Winter Olympics on the Mega
Ooh.
Drive. There you go.
That I'm bald.
Yes.
Yes.
I can fulfill
An
that
awkward
bet.
silence befell everyone.
I can fulfill that bet.
Speaking of being nerdy, though, look at this.
What is that?
That is a Blackmagic cinema camera.
Ooh.
It shoots the same as a Sony Red, literally.
That means nothing.
Basically, you can make movies on this thing.
No,
Cinema-
I know, I get what a camera is, but when you said it, same is
Well, this shoots in 2.5K and is better than this, which shoots.
Is he
in
speaking
1080p.
French?
It makes your videos look pretty, Dave. Okay.
Yes,
Ah,
it's very
okay.
pretty. Like
Sorry,
the
I'm
stuff
not
you pay to go to the cinema and watch.
Confused.
Yes, it's a very fancy webcam you have there, Michael.
Does your YouTube channel have these films on them?
What I'm
Can we check it out? Plug yourself.
I am
You got 30
working
seconds.
on
Big
one.
yourself up.
Okay, I shoot actually most of my stuff on my YouTube channel in this. I received this today, so from now on, everything's going to be shot in this.
Will you then be recording it onto VHS?
And then backing it to Betamax, and then from Betamax to Philips 2000.
Well, you know what? You should actually see there's
And then to vinyl.
who's that guy on there's a guy who's on YouTube, and he does
There's
like
a few of
YouTube
us.
reviews and stuff like that, and he shoots his stuff on a Sony HD camcorder, and literally you've got these like beta HD tapes that he shoots everything in, and he converts them to basically upload them onto YouTube. It was ridiculous. I've forgotten what the name of the channel is, but it's retro gaming something. But he has this
1979.
Yeah.
he has this huge like outfit literally, but that's the only time that you would actually use Betamax, because Beta actually do HD as well, which is really weird.
I think I still to this day I'm slightly angry that Betamax lost out to VHS because it was superior. If only they went the way and did porn.
Pronounced Betamax.
If they got the porn.
That's like saying you hope that Atari should have won against Nintendo.
Well, they should have.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
So there's no like Wii U.
Yeah, but
lovers.
Betamax is better than VHS. It's a given.
Why?
Betamax. is
Superior
better.
quality.
Hang on a sec. Betamax.
Ask
has,
Dr. Stew.
Betamax has more lines, therefore a higher.
You know something about everything. How, Stu? So tell me, how do you split the atom?
I
He's
don't
going to
know.
answer.
With a hammer.
I
Little
don't
electron.
know, but
Who's
I'm
playing the
probably
Game
wrong.
Boy?
I just got this image of Stu standing over a microscope, right, and he's got the
No, no,
atom
I-
underneath it, and he just takes his goggles down and goes, "Stop."
One of
Hammer
the
time.
qualifications I did at college was TV and radio reception technology, so we had to we had to research Betamax and VHS, and yes, Betamax is better. The only problem with it is that the tapes are shorter because of the capacity of the actual box, which then you could put it into long play, but then you degrade the quality, so then VHS becomes better.
No, Stu, listen to me. Teletext is better than VHS and Betamax. And you can't
Teletext.
deny that.
Hey, here's
Let's have a
something,
whip around
actually.
and buy Dave a Laserdisc player. I'm alright.
I used to get my wrestling results from Teletext.
You were like this. You can
What?
VHS and Betamax records teletext. So if you
Betamax?
recorded it, yeah, if you've recorded
No, you said Heatamax.
no Betamax.
Is that the hentai version?
No.
So
If you have VHS tapes, you can then play them back on a normal TV and get the teletext up.
Does anyone remember Barney's Bunch and Teletext?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a
I'm
cartoon on
done with
Teletext. I don't know how I know it, but I mean, I think I only used Teletext to work out when the planes were landing.
I used to enjoy Turn of the Worm on Channel 4.
Return of the Worm.
Turn of the Worm. Nobody
Turn of
else
the Worm.
remembers that, do they?
No.
Yeah.
Sounds
It
like
was-
a porno.
Yes, it was a teletext porno on Channel 4. It only came on late at night, and it was my favourite show ever. My mother used to let me stay up and watch it. She watched it with me.
Oh my
Oh, disturbing.
Christ.
That's really keeping it in the family, isn't it?
The tone has gone down a bit.
So it doesn't matter that he's bald, but also he's got 6 fingers and 14 eyes. Cause
Hey, whoa.
Would you like to increase
wait
that?
a minute. Now, here's a little thing that not many people know about me. I was born with 6 fingers and 6 toes.
I think we know the
I
reason
would
See you later.
Bluff!
Right, if you can
Oh!
see out of it.
It's like
look,
the young ones where he
look,
cuts his
my-
finger off, but he cuts the wrong
You
one.
can't do it properly. Look, right. My little finger
Oh!
is smaller
shrunk.
than the other
Yeah,
one.
I can see it.
Is that because he used to be a triad? So in
That-
order to
that
get
is
out of being a
exactly
triad,
right.
you had
They
to have
cut
your
it
toe
off.
planted on your hand.
Did you dishonour your people?
I did dishonour my people. I've got a scar there, which you can't really see on here, and a scar just down there where they cut it off.
So
That must have
the
been one
doctors-
hell of a masturbation accident.
Oh, it was
So
painful but
Basically, what you're saying to
exhilarating.
you,
But if you had the call now, would you have kept it? I would have kept it.
I would have kept it. However, they didn't work. They had a bone
Oh.
in there, but they weren't connected to the actual tendony bits.
I was just going to say, you
So it's
could
just
have
a floppy
grown
finger.
up to become a demon guitar player.
I would have been. Or a awesome games player, which I'm not. With
With 6
Yeah, I've got a
fingers.
broken
I
finger.
could have played my 6-button Mega Drive pad.
People out there in the
Oh, hang
world.
on. What was on your finger? Do that again.
It's broken. Basically, this is our National Health Service at its best. This thing ended up
Put it
getting...
on
You
back.
mean I can get that? Because I want that.
No, yeah, I can do like a Dr. Evil impression.
Is that a wrestling injury?
No, I was playing basketball, and the thing ended up getting shattered, so they tried putting it back into place. They did it wrong, so it ended up like this. And I've had 3 different surgeries, one even causing an infection to the point where this thing nearly dropped off. And that's our National Health Service at work there. Yay.
Is that the worst injury you've ever had?
Yeah, pretty much. And I've
Have you
got
never-
nearly
never
broken my neck and my ankle.
What? So you've never
How
sustained
are you
anything worse?
alive?
Is it alive?
I've snapped my ankle literally in 2 when I was wrestling.
I had my second head removed.
I nearly broke my neck doing a jumping plancha. That was another one. And that's pretty much it, really. After I broke my ankle, I think my career was ended. Excuse me.
So what was your record then?
There are healthcare insurance companies watching this right now, taking a picture of your face,
Yeah.
adding it to their database, and just saying no.
If he comes back, we'll make sure his other limbs just hang off like his finger.
There was this.
But yeah, no, that's literally it. It's I had a very good career. I wrestled loads of guys. I talked about this on the Access Gaming podcast as well as Andy Scullin. Deep plug.
Can we get a URL for that? A URL for that podcast?
I can.
Sorry, Chris, are we boring you?
Yes.
On the Game On network, if you go to www.gameon.net, I believe, you can actually find that. But I'll give you it's also on my YouTube page, Facebook page, there you go. Facebook.com/IGotGameplay. So it's on there as well if you guys want to take a look at that. And of course, we've loaded my other stuff as well, including the I Got Gameplay podcast, which we have going on this Saturday at a special start time at 11 PM because we've got none other than Rob Man on. So
Hey!
So tell us. You say you as an actor, or you are an actor.
Yes.
So would you have been in anything we would have seen?
I've been in a movie called
Torchwood.
Time Gone, which basically made rounds at the festival circuit, including the London Film Festival. It basically is going to have a release eventually on Netflix in the next couple of months. I've also been in a few movies, including Children of Men. I was on the bill.
Hey! Sorry,
Oh, wow.
I know that movie.
Yes, I played a terrorist in that. One of the guys basically shouting Allahu Akbar while holding a gun.
Sorry.
These are the majority of roles that I used to get.
If you're an actor, then you've got a bloody amazing Sean Connery impression, so let's hear it. That's how you know you're an actor.
shaken, not stirred, Moneypenny.
See, he's an actor, everyone.
That's how you get your equity card. It's basically that's it. It's just you do the Sean Connery impression. They go, oh
Well,
yeah,
that's how you
good
get
one.
it in Ireland.
It is. They go.
And also, I've been basically in a couple of tournament pantos. I've started up my own production company as well.
Oh no, you haven't.
Oh yes, I have.
Hey.
And I actually rejected coming back to do a panto this
Were
year
you too far?
for a company. No, I was going to actually play
Dave!
Jafar this year. I was going to play Jafar this year. But they weren't going to call him Jafar, they were going to call him Ebenezer or something like that.
Thank you, Chris. I'm not incredibly racist. It was actually because I watched Aladdin last night and it popped in there. Screw you. I'm on a big Disney kick, right, people? Yes, that's right. I watched The Fox and the Hound. I went there.
I went there last night for a drink. Sorry.
But yeah, I was part of a touring panto as well. I did that. I was invited back this year, but I decided against it because I'm working on a production company. So we're making on.
Can I have a job?
Eventually.
Me too. I'll have one as well.
Yeah.
We'll all have jobs.
We'll have it. We'll all work for you. We'll convert it to your VHS too.
But hence the ton of
Teletext.
equipment I've got as well. So I'm basically working on. I've got literally behind me, if I could turn the laptop over, which at the moment this laptop is very fragile for some reason. It literally will switch off if I even grab it. I've got loads of equipment behind me, including like tripods and rigs and everything, in lighting and green screen and loads of stuff in these boxes because I received a huge lump sum sort of cash injection for the business that I'm doing, which will actually work as an advantage to my YouTube channel as well. So
Sweet. Now, as you know, if you ever watch me, I'm incredibly lazy.
Yes.
So can you PM me your channel link? Because
yes,
I can't be bothered
it's
to.
youtube.com /
No, I'm incredibly lazy. Can you PM me your channel link?
Oh, PM. But yeah, for those of you who are actually listening in, it's youtube.com.
Yeah, who aren't lazy like me.
The Nerd Genius. I'm trying to find. Oh yes, the chat's here. The chat box is there.
Yeah, and genius is spelt Genious.
Oh, correct. Yes.
Hang on, I'm actually trying this. Spell it again.
NERDGENIOUS. YouTube.com, The Nerd Genius, and I've popped it there on the group chat as well.
I don't know how to do that. Spell genius again.
Press GENIOUS.
GUNIOUS.
GENIOUS.
I said this to Woodlin the other day, Dave, and I'm now convinced it goes for you. How people ever get YouTube channels is beyond me.
I can't find you. Oh.
Can't you find on the
hang
chat
on.
link?
Say it very. I'm retarded. Say it very slowly, one letter at a time.
T for Tango,
Yeah,
H for Hotel,
yeah,
E for Echo,
yeah.
N for November,
November.
Yeah.
E
E
for
for
Echo.
Echo,
R for Romeo.
Romeo,
D for.
Dave.
It's D, I've forgotten.
Delta.
Delta.
G for
Davros.
golf.
Yes.
See, you were on the bill, you should remember this.
E for Echo,
E for Echo.
N for November,
November.
I for
I
India,
for India.
O for October,
Yeah.
U, I don't know what the
Uniform. Uniform.
uniform, that was it.
Unicorn.
And S
Unicorn would be better.
for Sierra.
Right, hang on. I can do this. I can live the dream. Right, hang on. I think that's you. I found you. I think I found you.
I've got a lovely intro video of me talking and doing a little bit of comedy, and also getting yelled at.
I think
Welcome
we're
to
gonna.
my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You can also like nudging us like, yeah, it's you. Oh,
Yes.
you've got a spinny chair and you look like Belloc.
Yes, and I have man tits in there. I was going through
Who
some.
doesn't?
And you've got the best evil laugh in the world.
I
And I
Yes,
just
and
subscribed.
threatened to kill Hello Kitty as well, which is the great thing.
Ah,
I think you should.
well
Let me
here.
rephrase this. I think you should promise to kill Hello Kitty.
Subbed right now. Okay.
Yeah, I just subbed. Everyone out there, go and sub him.
Yes, Michael.
He's a
I
genius.
just like to take this opportunity to thank you for agreeing to come on our humble little stream tonight. So we're gonna move on to the comments.
Be
now.
honest, Michael. How many of us do you actually know about?
Truthfully, until I actually joined up with Retrounlim Live, I basically only knew the console snob and the site.
Oh, you knew the
I like a
console
man who's
stuff.
honest. Everyone else, come with me.
I
Let's
friended
leave.
him ages ago, and he sort of subbed me. I subbed him back, And we met through the Happy Console Gamer page and also Excess Gaming podcast because he knows Xander Scullion, who's also a very good friend of mine. And we basically started like looking at each other's stuff, and then I saw the whole Retrounlim intro, and I thought, let me go and have a look at this site and see what the site's about. I did, I liked, and then I offered to get my videos on the site.
It's that simple, people, if you would like to join.
Right, just an FYI, haha, for everyone, especially who's watching. The server that hosts Retrounlim is being moved tonight. So at 11 o'clock the site's going to go down.
Oh no!
So
We're going
it's
to
probably
lose.
down. Yeah, it'll probably come back up about 7 o'clock tomorrow. Just in case anyone tries to go to the website, it's not going to be there.
Yeah, so if you're watching this next week, watch out for that. Comments time, I think, because what's it been? It's been 40 minutes and we've not read a single comment. Right, Smooth MJ is here. He says, "Hola." I didn't know you could speak Spanish. Ah. Colo CPC might be able to speak Spanish. He's also here. He's probably a polymath. Brett Badley's here. Brett, you should get on here quick. What's going on? I noticed that you hopped on earlier, but something was up. I don't know what.
He watches lots of Disney as well, Dave. Brett Badley.
Does he? I gotta say, he may have been a Nazi sympathizer, but he do make good cartoons.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story, actually. I got a friend of mine who dated a girl once who...
Is it true his head's frozen somewhere in the Disney basement?
I think so, yes. He dated a girl who, for some reason, used to get turned on by Disney. So every time I kept going up to him and going, I can show you the world.
He popped wood.
That's the point. I was like, does that get you going? And he was like, stop it. Tell me, princess. He's like, no.
That could be a really expensive girlfriend problem, though, couldn't it? He gets turned on.
Apparently they're no longer seeing each other, but it was hilarious. I was like, does she get off with, I just can't wait to be king? You know?
No, she's just into anime now.
She's upgraded to Akira.
Yeah.
What are you playing, Chris?
Tentacles.
I'm playing Dr.Mario, and I can't stop.
Everyone can stop playing Dr. Mario. It's
He's addicted to video games. We have to.
Stu, I like your T-shirt, but what mic is it? That's the mini chopper, isn't it? And then awkward silence befell everywhere.
Who has a mini chopper?
He bought the T-shirt to try and look cool. He didn't know.
Our technical wizard is experiencing some technical problems right now. Oh.
There's irony. Sorry.
He's died.
Well, for those of you who like T-shirts, I actually do have.
Who
some
doesn't like
podcasts.
T-shirts? I like T-shirts. It's better than being.
I've ordered one today for my podcast which is I Got Gameplay. Again, Saturdays, 8 p.m. And I've actually ordered one of the T-shirts. So next time that I'm on this thing with you guys, I'm going to have the I Got Gameplay T-shirt, and I'm giving 3 of them away. One of them I'm going to be giving away on a show
You
called.
should sign them.
I'm going to as well. The second
Hey,
one.
Stu's in it twice. Wow.
He is in it twice.
Hey, Stu, ask past Stu what future Stu is doing right now.
He's trying to figure out why everybody froze.
I have no idea. I'm fine.
Oh, there you
past
go.
Stu's gone.
Hi, past you.
He just destroyed the timeline.
I
Yes.
killed him.
Christopher Lloyd would be most unhappy.
I destroyed him.
I just went back 1 minute. Yeah.
Am I the only person when he explains that bit in Back to the Future, as much as I love it and can kind of get my head around it, it still makes me have a brain fart
Yes.
when he explains how he jumps over that minute and you're just like, Plus
No.
also, but the bit about Back to the Future I have to say really quickly is if he's in the car, right, when it comes out the back of the truck, who drove the truck? Because it's
No,
got
he
gull wing
wasn't in the
doors,
car.
so how did he...
Some remote control.
Einstein, the dog.
No, he gets out, doesn't he? The car rolls out the truck and he gets out and he goes, Marty, you made it.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is the big
yeah.
one."
It was.
That means
It was.
he drove it.
It was him from the past, from the future. You see?
But basically, it's got gull wings, so how did he get in? Who drove the truck? Important questions.
Very, very good question. Yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
just
you're a
blow-
technical wizard. I'm assuming you have an answer.
I do have an answer. The truck
Control
was
Alt Delete.
there, he
Task
just got
manager
in.
shut down.
The truck was already there. He just drove in it.
For effect, he just went, I really need to impress this kid from school.
Yeah.
Because it's not creepy that I'm an old scientist and I hang out with him.
That actually is true. He is an old scientist. He's kind of creepy. That would You know, if I had an old scientist named Doc, they'd probably 9 times out of 10 he'd probably be fiddling my
Don't
nuts.
say anything horrible about Back to the Future
It's
because,
even
as you
worse
know,
when it's Doc
it is the
Brown.
greatest movie ever made.
Well, apparently they're going to remake it with Justin Bieber.
Ah, Jesus!
You know,
No, man.
I don't want to live in a planet anymore.
Will never happen. Never.
Hang on, did you say
Way more
Bieber?
childhoods.
I mean, I hate the kid, but isn't it Bieber?
That's
I don't-
Beebler, isn't it?
I thought it was Beaver for a long time.
It's like saying Miley
Justin
Syphilis.
Bieber.
Well, she is Miley Syphilis because she. There's actually an article out.
What? When did Hannah Montana turn into a whore?
Yeah, it was literally the objects that Miley Cyrus has violated.
Ooh, I wonder if
That would be
I've got it.
spatial time continuum. That incredibly
Fine
weird
hand,
thing in her
that fine
tweaking,
hand,
twerking video.
Flying by now.
Music. She violated music.
We've got to the bottom of this now. Miley Cyrus is the Apple violator. Scott's Apple violator.
You just made it sound like Miley Cyrus raped him.
Pretty
probably
raped her
did.
own dad.
He'd probably enjoy it, sorry.
Yeah, just to fill everyone in, as it were.
Hey. Miley Cyrus, if you are watching this, because I know you're a big fan, you skank. Please continue.
Yeah,
Being
and
a
stop
skank.
messaging the sconsole snob.
Scott,
like-
that should be his
that's
new
the-
name.
Yes, the sconsole snob. I sit here and eat
In one hand he could have one of his
yes.
light guns, in the other hand he could have a scone. No, he should dual wield scones.
He should promote Greg's. That should be sponsored by Greg's, the Sconsole Snob.
Oh, they closed down our local Greg's.
Really? We've got
Yeah.
there must be, I don't know how many. There's at least 6 in my
I was just
area.
gonna say, can he have one? Go on, give him one.
Yes, please.
If there's a
They
queue in
violate
one, you just go to the next one.
I wasn't talking about
Greg's.
Greg's. Sorry.
Did,
No, say in Coventry, it seems to be Greg's is the most popular shop because literally they are within about 100 meters of each other.
Are you all malnutritioned?
Yeah.
I like the fact that the live feed keeps popping to Chris and he's just playing a game and completely unaware anything's happening.
Is that a silver one?
All right, viewers, fuck you. I'm playing a game.
This is
Is it silver?
Oh, it's the NES one.
Ooh.
hence why the NES
Fact,
Classic.
I still have my Monopoly.
Ooh. You know what? They
Try
did.
playing that with yourself.
I'll tell you this. You won't believe this. They did a Wigan version of Monopoly.
A
I
Wigan.
don't believe
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Basically, you played it once and then it got relegated.
I used to work in a shop in Wigan, and people would come in saying, "Do you have copies of that Wigan Monopoly?" In that voice as well.
And I say, I'm not from Manchester.
You know, I have one from Wigan. You're right.
By the way, I just have to say, even if you're not football fans, wasn't it fantastic that Man City stuffed Man United?
Oh, I thought you were going to say stuff Wigan then. Thank you.
Oh yeah, they did as well, though, didn't they? What was that?
Oh, I
5-0?
shouldn't have reminded him. Yes, 5-0. Thank you.
But you played well. Yeah, I like the fact that you were on the pitch. For
We
some
did
of
not
it.
play well. We played terribly. Anyway, what's that you have there, Michael?
I'm doing a live unboxing of my Monopoly set.
Find the car. Everyone wants to play as a car. We even got the car in that because it's.
I want the hat.
They're actually solid gold. They've got a Coke bottle, a motorbike.
They start with
Brilliant
gold.
idea.
They have a car, a McDonald's fries, and a Paramount clipboard.
I've had a brilliant idea. Now, C's up for this. Let's play Monopoly, right? Now.
I'm
I
not.
would rather eat my own foot. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of Monopoly.
Well, you can just watch.
I'd even eat your foot. I'd eat.
Is
any-
it-
you know.
No,
Is
you
it that
know-
bad over there again, Bob?
Well, no,
I'll play if
oh.
I can be. I'll play if I can be the bank manager and I can fuck the economy at the same time.
You can't
Oh,
be
yes.
the bank manager because you have to be in the location. So we just have to say what we want to do.
Yeah, because modern money's all
Buy it
digital.
or
See
sell
there.
it.
Well, we do live in a banking. There's lots of banks who are based in Bristol.
Chris,
Dave.
you're with us.
Get a job.
Thank you.
No.
Hey, listen. I don't have to look at your beautiful face to recognise that voice, Dave.
But you should look at my beautiful face to recognise my presence, bitch.
I'll
Well,
be
that's
really
gonna be-
worried right
Chris,
Yes.
I got some days off coming up soon. Do you want to come to that amazing shop in Keynsham with me? I'll drive.
Yeah, sure.
But it does involve you having to put your Game Boy Advance down and looking slightly more interested
Look,
than you are
do you
now.
want me to go and get my DS? I can play GBA games on my DS. Would that make you happy?
Fine, you had your chance. Who wants to come to that awesome game shop in Keynsham with me? I will drive, but
I live all the way in London, so that.
Yeah,
then if you drive to my house,
Dan?
Dave,
Oh,
can
you're
I-
coming.
can you come pick me up?
where do you live?
Coventry.
I'll tell you what, I'll pick you up from Temple Meads.
What is this, Retro and Lim lift shirt?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
When's your days off? Let me know, and we'll go, and we'll do it.
Retrounlim carpool.
Yeah, if you're driving.
Basically, I don't like any of you, but I need someone
Listen.
so I can go in the 2+2 lane.
Listen, you all need to take a camera and film each other and do a show about it.
You made that sound really creepy.
I'll
And then afterwards, you can go to Expo, yeah?
I'm not exploring anyone.
I will be. Here's a little tidbit for you, Dave. I will be sleeping with Carl and Adi at Adi's house in a couple of weeks.
What, in their bed? Are you going to be like in the middle of the bed?
I don't know. I've tried to discuss
You're
with them
gonna,
who's
you're gonna top and tail,
Yeah, before they have intercourse, you're just going to be like.
yeah. Or you're just gonna spoon.
And this is after Adi's put needles in me repeatedly for a couple of hours. So it's.
So basically, you're gonna get high and be raped.
I was
No.
going to say, it's
And then film
acupuncture,
it.
you know.
You know, spooning leads to forking.
Oh.
That's, you know.
And Falcon leads to sporking.
Again, Chuck Rock tattooed on my back at
Oh,
80.
yeah, that's right. You look at
And
him.
he's very kindly said that we can stay there to save going back to Carl's across the country at 11 o'clock at night.
All I'm saying is.
See, Retro on them. It's just one giant carpool.
It is, although I'm taking the train up to Manchester, so...
Bob, do you want
Yes.
to come to that amazing game shop in Keynsham with me?
Oh, come on.
Depends on whether someone can come over here and give you a lift.
I'll tell you what, I'll do you a
Close the
deal.
line.
If you make it across the sea, I'll give you a lift.
Okay. I'm gonna go around the room.
But I want potatoes
Oh, okay. I shall bring potatoes and silvermints.
and,
gonna
and
go
red lemonade.
I'm gonna go around the room, and you've got to tell me whether you're going to Play Expo in 2 weeks' time.
I didn't even know Play Expo was happening.
Well, apparently it is, because I have some tickets to go there
Ooh, where is it?
in Manchester. Manchester.
Then I'm not going.
Manchester.
Oh.
What time does it start?
Well, if we could all carpool together, I think we could all go.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, I'll do you all a deal. If you all make it to Temple Meads, I'll drive you all to Expo.
Where's that?
And
I can only drive-
bring my equipment. We could literally interview people.
Actually, I can only drive 3 of
Yay.
you because I'll be driving. Never mind.
Bring the
I
bus.
can make it to Temple Meads.
Where is that?
Do a GTA 5 and steal a bus.
Temple Meads.
We're
See,
all
me,
going
me,
on
me,
that
me and
summer
Chris both live
holiday.
in Bristol, so guess. Yay. In fact, because me and Chris both live in Bristol, we all outrank you.
That's right. We have cider.
Yeah. And we have thugs and people who urinate in the street. Actually, I'm pretty sure you'll have them as well.
Let's be honest, Dave. You spend most of your time not living in Bristol. I spend most of my time not living in Bristol.
Yeah. I got a bunker. I'm waiting for the end of the world. Me and Bruce Willis are in there. Ben Affleck was there, but I found out he was going to be Batman, so I kicked him squarely in the nuts.
Ah.
Bruce Willis didn't just get bored and then say that he just didn't want to be in there anymore.
Yeah. Me and
I
Bruce
have a
Willis were
fight
cool,
with
so
you
he was
twice
like,
tomorrow.
oh, screw this, I'm going to go and find an asteroid and play with that instead. By
Sounds
the
like
way, quickly, I do have to say, why is he Batman? Who in their right mind thought that was a good idea?
Actually, it is a good
Damon.
It
idea.
may work.
No, it's not. Shut up.
No,
Cut him off.
well,
Cut him off. Cut him off. He thinks
The guy is hot right now.
Dave, have you watched Argo?
I've just
He's
been
hot
sick
right
in my
now.
mouth. Yeah,
He is
actually, I'll tell you what. I
He's
dislike
just
him
won
as
an Oscar.
Batman, but Argo's an amazing movie.
What about The Town?
No, I haven't watched that.
No, Town's
Watch-
really good. It's really
Watch
good.
The Town, and then maybe your mind will change.
Right, and also, think about it this way.
But don't watch Jersey Girl. Whatever you do, don't watch Jersey Girl.
Or Jiggly.
The problem with
Not Jiggly.
the problem with
Every
Ben
time he gets
Affleck
with
is
J-Lo, he starts fucking a movie up.
I'll tell you what, the problem with
he's
Ben
not-
Affleck is he's
he
Ben
doesn't seem
Affleck.
tough. He doesn't look
He's a
tough.
good actor. He's a good
Yeah,
actor.
but he don't look
Yeah, he is
tough.
a good actor, but he's not Batman.
Yeah, he's not Batman.
Okay.
Well, hang on.
Everyone remember the whole Michael Keaton incident?
I was going to say that.
Michael Keaton was a brilliant Batman.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
but
when-
what did people say before he even shot the blimmin' film? Everyone was sitting there going, "I don't want him as Batman. He's not
Mr.
really
Mom. He was in a film called
Yeah, but
Mr. Mom before that.
you're missing something vitally important here, right?
Yes.
Michael Keaton is Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Ben Affleck is Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon!
I've got a pickup.
Hey!
What have you picked up?
A banana.
Perfect.
Hey, Pac-Man!
It's a Pac-Man.
Squeezy
Are you
Pac-Man.
going to open it like you did last time?
Ooh.
I got a free pickup last night.
It's a Pac-Man stress ball. You squeeze it, and it goes nom nom nom.
So you're,
That's
going
impressive, Stu.
so you're going to sit there at work with that?
Well, I think I might.
Squeezing it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And afterwards you can get out Pac-Man.
Yeah, no, it's about this way, right? I know everybody usually sits there and talks about Daredevil and how Ben Affleck was terrible in Daredevil.
Ben Affleck was
Daredevil.
brilliant in Daredevil.
I
I
like
hate
Daredevil.
Ben Affleck, but I
And
love
think about it
Daredevil.
this way. With every movie, you have loads of different processes, because I'm sort of knowledgeable about these sort of things. You have...
Yeah, but you forget, I'm very knowledgeable about Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Exactly. You have
Ben Affleck.
writers, you have everything else that goes into a movie. So you can't judge it based on an actor, you have to judge it based on all the variables that make that movie.
Are you saying that CGI is going to make him better?
No, I'm saying...
Go to
like,
CGI on someone else's face, I'm sorry.
Look at Batman Begins, and in comparison to The Dark Knight Rises,
Dark Knight Rises was such a disappointment.
exactly. Because
what's-
you could tell that when the first film was being done, a lot of thought was being put into characters, a lot of thought was being put into film direction, and he had such a very good villain to bounce off of. When it came to the third movie,
You want to know how I got these scars? No, I don't. Sorry.
when it came up to the third movie, it just, they didn't care anymore, and you could tell they didn't care. And the story was just terrible.
I like the third movie. It was the Dark Knight Rises not Rises. I'm getting confused. Which is the
Dark
second
Knight Rises
movie?
is the third one. Dark Knight is the second.
Yeah, the Dark Knight. I thought the second one was shit. I thought the third one was good. I just
The
there
second
wasn't
one was
enough.
better than the third one.
Yeah, there was not enough Batman in the third one.
Yeah, but because the story was
Plus,
being...
I don't want Tommy from Third Rock to be Robin. He should just be Cobra Commander.
Still
Why
Huckleberry
I
than Justin Bieber.
I think you'll find it's pronounced Bieber.
Chris, what is
Sorry.
that selection of games you have there?
This is what I got for free on Free Cycle last night off of somebody.
Oh, that is
Nice.
awesome.
What, 2 copies of Die Hard?
What the hell?
They really like the Die Hard.
Yeah,
Why did someone give it away for free?
because they're moving to France, so they put it on Free Cycle, and I said yes, I'll take that, please.
I
Right.
hate them.
Do they not have electricity in France?
I don't know. He didn't want to keep it. He didn't want to move with it across to France. So
They don't like power games.
that's,
Yeah, but they have CCAM.
C-Cam or nothing there.
Why
CCAM's
does
pretty
he
much
have
POW,
two
isn't it?
copies of
Oh,
Die
let's ask our technical advisor. CCAM's POW, isn't it, Stuart?
No,
Basically.
CCAM.
No, but it's nearer POW than NTSC is. It's almost POW. It's PAL-ish.
Can I just say I was very confused when I saw 3 Lions because I had it confused with the Chris Morris film 4 Lions.
Did you say
I thought-
3 Lions? Of course
Yeah,
you're
it's 3
confused
Lions,
when
but
you
I thought
saw
it was
3 Lions because you're Irish, and
I
that's
don't
an
know what
English
3
one.
Lions is, but I thought it was 4 Lions. You know the film, the Chris Morris one that was out about 2 years
great
ago.
film.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But
Good
they
comedy.
made a,
I love
they
the
made a
fact that you're
PlayStation
talking about
game with
films
that.
I haven't seen. Apparently, I don't watch any movies.
You should. It's really good.
I should just get a white stick.
Well,
Sorry, that was a bottom quote.
speaking of movies, I'm actually going to be re-debuting a show that's going to be exclusive for Retrounlim now, which is called
Hey.
Movie File.
Sorry,
We guessed.
what's it called?
Yes, you can guess. You can do a show with me eventually on that.
Can I be on your podcast?
File. Usually, I started out.
Don't ask any one of these people to be on your podcast because they're all losers. Just you and me.
Well, it's actually a vlog type show where I review movies of old. One of the movies that was mentioned about, and I think was one of the things that I think what Stephen actually liked was the I did one on Ghostbusters.
I think you should review Dracula Dead and loving it.
Yeah, that was
I love Dracula and loving it.
that was the Ghostbusters 2, wasn't it?
Yes,
Am I the only person who thought Ghostbusters 2 was actually quite good?
I loved it.
It was terrible.
It was brilliant.
Ghostbusters 2 wasn't that bad.
It's got Bill Murray's greatest moments in when he
It was
starts
a
assaulting.
studio version of Ghostbusters 1. The formula was the same thing.
It's like the Evil Dead 2 of Ghostbusters.
Can I just say, I preferred the Ghostbusters cartoon to
The real Ghostbusters.
film.
Well, that's part of the reason the Ghostbusters 2 got made. I mean, a lot of the momentum. No, seriously, a lot of the momentum was carried on by the fucking cartoon. Believe it or not.
Yes.
What was the difference between not Ghostbusters?
Ghosts and real people. Well, you see,
No.
ghosts, Stuart, are
No,
dead.
Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. I didn't understand because it looked to me like
Evil
the same
Dead
film.
2.
Kind of a remake, kind of.
Evil
was
Dead
a
1 was banned
version
in most
of Fast
territories, so Evil Dead 2 was kind of remaking or retreading so it could get its foot in the door in the territories where Evil Dead was banned. When I say Evil Dead was banned, it wasn't banned in America because they don't care about such things. It's only Europe where apparently watching a movie makes you go batshit crazy.
Was it banned in the UK?
It was a marketing thing. It's like with Grand Theft Auto. They planted in the papers that the game was really awful and had all these like killings and stuff like that in it, just for the point of selling more games, and it worked.
The Max Clifford approach.
Yes,
Sorry, what was the name of that game?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay. I've never
We're
heard of
familiar
that.
with it.
Which originated from the UK. Woo!
All right, I didn't
Funny,
know that.
Harry,
Could
'cause I
you?
thought you did a gameplay of Vice City, but
Did I? Could somebody enlighten me as to exactly what Grand Theft Auto is? I hear
it's a criminal act.
a new version of the game came out last week.
Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5, and I've just purchased that.
And it's destroying
Consider it in a couple
society
of
as
days.
we speak.
Why is that?
Well,
Dave.
because apparently, if you play a violent video game, it means you're going to kill people.
I killed a couple of people last week. What are you talking about?
In fact, I was killing people long before I played violent video games.
This is
So, I mean,
happening.
there you go.
I watched RoboCop, and it just turned me stir crazy.
I watched
I'd buy that
RoboCop,
for
and I
$1.
paused a bit on the director's cut where he shoots his entire arm off because it's amazing.
So what was the excuse for killing people before TV?
I just crusades.
War, religion, boredom.
That's
Food.
what happens.
TV's only been out for like 60 years or so. So what was the excuse back then?
Well, I
bit
got an
more
acting
than
career because of 9/11, so that
Newsprint. Have you heard of this new thing called
They used to-
newsprint? I hear it's going to make everyone go batshit crazy.
That's
Yeah,
what
sorry.
not.
You've received, or Retrounlim has received a tweet, Dave.
Woo!
In response to your video, GTA 5 won't destroy society. Here it is. At Retrounlim, true, it will only encourage it, because people today miraculously make up violence coincidentally and talk conservatively. I've spent 10 minutes trying to figure that out and I still can't.
Basically, what they mean is they
Half-Life 3 confirmed. That's obviously what it means.
No, what it means is basically the politicians can sit there and accuse something of being violent and accuse something because of the fact that the media is promoting violence. And the fact that someone's committing all these atrocities is because the media's over-promoting them. They're getting mass promoted. So if I go around killing a load of people, I get put in the news, I'm on the cover of Rolling Stone because I'm a terrorist bomber. So that's
Or people want to point the finger at something because it lets them sleep nicely at night.
there you go.
Now, on the subject of politics, I have a party political broadcast I would like to make.
Go for it.
And now, a party political broadcast from Dave Boy's Roast.
What? This ain't a cooking show. Nick Clegg, can I call you Nick? I'd just like to say, you're a massive twat. This concludes my party political broadcast.
I voted for
Okay,
him, and then
You
he went
voted
and
for
broke
Nick
my
Clegg?
heart. I did because
You
I was
voted for
student
Nick
at the
Clegg?
time. I was a
Did you
student at
vote
the time,
Liberal Democrat?
and he was basically offering us free.
What?
Basically, like when we go to university and something.
Please record
they-
my facial expression
They
right
would
now.
offer us free tuition, so we wouldn't pay tuition fees. He then
There's
joined.
no such thing as free. Someone has to pay.
But you're,
This is what I
you're
want.
getting one very, very vital key point right now, and
Hey,
I believe I've
wait,
already mentioned
shut the
it.
fuck
That
up.
Nick Clegg is a massive twat.
Then I
now,
realised he was
hold
a
on.
massive twat because
Hold
he
on.
counted on that.
I'm so.
Not even a good kind of
I'm
massive
so,
twat.
so
You can stick your
sorry.
winky in.
Yeah, he's.
Can
he's
I
now
say
getting
something that
filed
Nick
by
Meg's
the
done
Tories.
good? Can
Yes.
I say something? In September, all school children from the age of, from until they
3
go
to
to
5.
secondary school will get free school meals.
Paid
That's
for
what
by the
happened
taxpayer.
before.
Didn't Jamie Oliver do that?
Back to
When
Stewart.
I was in school,
Back to
I
Stewart.
got
So
free
who is
school
paying
meals.
for this?
Yes, it's not free. It's the taxpayer pays for it. Nothing is free.
Yeah, but no offence. The thing is, at least the
Love
taxpayers
is free, Stu.
Yeah.
Love is free.
At least it's good that the taxpayers paying
Cost
for
me a
something
lot
like
of
that
money.
instead of paying to go and invade Syria for no reason, or paying 20
Yeah.
grand for an MP bonus because apparently they deserve it from being such.
What about
I thought he said MP Boner.
what about the 50
Yeah.
billion for HS2?
For what?
High speed 2, the rail link.
Yeah, high speed 2.
There's-
So they made one from Ashford to London, and now they want to make another one from is it Birmingham to London again?
Birmingham to London, yeah.
50
Those of you who tuned
billion
in for a
pounds.
video game podcast, you might want to find that other channel, the other Retrounlim, where they talk about games, because we talk about
Yes.
What games have you people got recently? There's a good question.
Nick Clegg is a massive twat. It's basically, right?
Simulator. It's like Rockstar Aim
it's a
Hamster.
sandbox game, right? And what you do is, you just walk around and kiss Europe's ass.
Right,
Well-
this I just got recently.
Oh,
Why?
Well,
That's a good thing of fighting games.
I've got this for my
I've never heard of
100
this game.
subscriber. So
it's like
people
herpes in
subscribe,
game form.
and
It just
Whoever,
itches.
whoever my number 100 subscriber, they get this free.
Oh, I'm gonna
Oh, can I unsubscribe and-
subscribe just
And
to
you'll
get
find people
that.
unsubscribing now.
This actually is free.
Shucks to you.
Look, it's got the manual. It's got the
Oh.
manual, and it's got the
Black
game.
and white.
Oh my god, I completely forgot your channel name because I'm trying to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Shit.
He's literally doing it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
going
what?
now.
You're
Now listen,
unsubscribing so you can then subscribe again and be number 100. You're not allowed to do that.
Now
Well,
listen, Stu.
who said I was doing that? In fact, you didn't stipulate that before you offered the prize.
Yeah,
Stu,
and
I have-
whoever number 100 is, you get Shaq Fu sent to
Yes.
And whoever in 100 is, I'll give you the biggest plug and put you in my next video shout out if you send me that game.
Okay, whoever 100 is, good luck, and I'm really sorry that you got that game.
To
Stu, can I
Stu's 100
be honest
subscriber.
with you?
Sorry, go
Stu,
on.
I'm not subscribed to you right now, so I'll be your 81st subscriber. There you
How
go.
many times?
Hey.
Whoa. Hang on a minute, Chris. How many times have you talked to this good fellow on this podcast and yet you have not been subscribed? Shame on you.
3.
Yeah, I subscribe to everyone.
Why don't you go and hang out with Nick Clegg?
Well,
Stu-
at least I'd get a free
Add me in
meal.
the chat box for us, Steve, and then what I'll do is I'll make sure I'll sub to you as well.
Stu, listen, I have some news you may be interested in. Unfortunately, somebody has stolen our idea of saving Shaq Fu.
Yes.
The website, www.saveshaqfu.com, not shave Shaq Fu, saveshaqfu.com.
That's a different
Hurry!
website altogether.
You
It's a
thieving
very
little
different
cunt
genre.
rag! I'm going to come up to you and stick my foot up your arse, you thieving little bastard.
What are you
Well,
talking
our
about?
You're
idea.
all about this, you little shitbag.
Is this your website by any chance?
No, it's not. But I did tell you about it.
Yes, I should qualify that, yes, Chris told me about it. Thanks for that, Chris.
Have you? It's really simple, but Stu can't be that big of a fan because all you have to do is Google Shaq Fu, and this is like number 5 on
That
there.
sounds like a sex move. Hey, what'd you do last night? I googled Shaq Fu.
That sweaty bald head. Ooh.
Right. So, Stu, I've just unsubscribed, and now we're waiting for the magic number.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'll resubscribe.
Well, add your channel name and stuff onto the, and I'll sub you.
thanks.
So there you go. You just got 2 subs.
Oh, yeah.
So not only are we carpooling, we're
We're
also
manipulating figures.
Yeah,
We're subbing each other,
Retrounlim against the world.
Yeah.
and he is subbed.
Safe Shaq
Retro
Fu.
Games 1979 has been subbed by Michael Burhan.
Can I have a sub?
Oh, I just got an email to say so. Oh, and now my phone's going off as well.
Leave him in the chat box, guys, and I will sub you. You'll get the
I
Michael
don't know how to
Burhan
do that.
approval.
Just find the channel with the most irritating, catchy, repetitive theme song, and it's probably me.
Do you do sub for sub?
Listen, guys, who's I got gameplay?
That's me.
Don't know.
All right.
You just insulted the man who subbed you.
Unsub.
I've just subbed you back. Thanks.
Did you get a message from me saying I subbed you? Because I unsubbed and I subbed again.
No.
I must have got it stuck on the I Got Gameplay channel. I might as well sub you under Nerd Genius as well, which is my other channel.
Look at this, you're right, Harry. We've turned into sub for sub.
I did think I was subbed to you, Stu. I will be honest. I did honestly think I had, but
It's because we're on Facebook. That's why.
yeah, I do. I watch your videos via Facebook a lot. Yeah, it's true, and
Right.
via the website.
A little bit earlier, we were talking about games we recently picked up.
A little bit earlier,
Well,
we were just talking about games. I don't know what happened.
Yes, well, it is indeed time for Game of the Week. It's a
Game of the
Mega
Week.
Drive game, and you may recognise it as soon as my blimmin' computer works.
We're going to see your face.
Yeah, that would be a funny turn of events.
Sega.
You sounded so bitter then, Chris.
Yes, this is a game
Sonic
I
3D.
received. Yes, this is a
Sonic 3.
game. This is a game I received today via Darren Walstock, who may actually be watching this. And Dave, I am a game geek. I am a gamegeek.com.
That's my favourite Sonic, by the
No,
way.
they're different people,
Hey, I got another one.
Hey?
Harry. Darren Walshock is different to Dave from I'm a Game Geek.
Yes, I know that.
That looks like Sonic EXE.
Why am I Tails? I don't want to be Tails. Tails is rubbish. Hey, what's happened? I think there's a glitch here. What's happening?
What's
I don't
happening?
know.
You're playing on
I'm flying!
You broke Sonic.
Don't know what's going on. How do I stop flying?
That's a very nice gift, to be fair, because that's like a £10-12 game, Sonic 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
I used to have it, but unfortunately I sold it on a boot sale when I needed some money.
What a wanker.
You
Sorry.
should have just sold your ass instead.
It was 10 years ago.
Oh, I'll let
You
you
could
off.
have
Oh, you
got
swine!
Can't find it. Where's my Sonic? Oh,
I've got some auctions on eBay. One of them is Sonic on the Master System. Boom.
it's actually quite a good version.
It is. But I've got it boxed, so...
I've got Sonic. Oh, actually, I've got a nice little find I'm going to show you guys. Let me just quickly go and get it.
We can't see it because I'm playing the game.
We're all watching that, we'll be honest.
Do a bit of the old Motorhead, Harry. Time to play the game. Time to play the game!
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I picked this up at the local cash converters.
What is that, a game gear?
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean a portable Master System?
Here you go. It's Game Gear.
Why is your Game Gear broken? Aren't you the techie guy?
I'm changing the caps on it, but I've got another one that's just come in the post and it's waiting at the post office for me.
You have to do
Well,
that,
I've got to
don't
do
you?
that with this one. I've got to change the.
I have a game.
Capacitors.
Yeah.
I fail in them all. That's where you
I'm
get.
actually going to pay someone to do it for me because I have no idea how to do it.
You could act it. There you go. You're an actor. Just fake it and it'll work.
And I'm pretty good with my tech stuff. I actually have a tech video, part of my little Tech Genius lineup. So every time I have a tech job that I'm doing, I will literally post it on my YouTube channel. And with it, I got this nice little thing. Sonic Chaos.
Never played that one.
Oh, it's a good game. I've got it on Master System, which will mean it will be the same on the Game Gear.
I have a game of the week.
GTA?
What is that?
Kagiki. The
What?
Sega Stoner sent it to me. It's think Game of Death in video game form with cartoon graphics.
Oh, yes.
No, that was porn. There's nothing wrong with that though.
Sleep porn.
Have you ever seen the Game of Death, the one that they've restored all the footage and it's 40 minutes long, and it's as close as you can get to? Absolutely amazing. It's
I've
basically
seen all the other movies like Game of Death 2, which has Bruce Lee.
just has people's faces floating over some stunt double. Badly, in fact, one of the shots is someone wearing a cardboard picture of Bruce Lee's face. Seriously. No, there's a game. I've got it. It's disc. I've got the. Well, it's Game of Death Remastered. And disc 1 is the shite, obviously, crap one. Although it does have that amazing line at the end where the bloke, Bruce Lee. Well, it's not Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee or whatever grabs the person's head and then pulls it off his shoulder and just goes wax. And it's on disc 2. They've restored and all the footage they've got and they've re-edited it in accordance to Bruce Lee's notes. So it's as close as you'll get to the end of the movie. Well, the entire movie was going to be the pagoda scene, wasn't it? And he goes up 4 flights to the pagoda, and it's 40 minutes long, and it's basically the best fighting you'll ever see Bruce Lee do. I heard that Bruce Lee was so hard that if he punched you, you went back in time and then reappeared in front of him so he could punch you again.
What, did you steal that from
That's a Chuck
ChuckNorris.com?
No, because he didn't actually make that joke. Yeah, burn. I watched Rick Mail last night.
Ooh.
House. Oh, you're made of stone, but you're not alone. Sorry.
Speaking of game purchases, guess what I'm going to be putting my bid on tomorrow? And we've only got, I believe, 4 days left. Anyone want to take a guess? It's a Kickstarter.
Robocod.
No, not Robocod.
That's a shame.
James
My top
Bond.
number 9.
Game of Death 3.
James
I'm
Bond.
actually going to do a vlog with myself. It's going to be a little Q&A. So if anybody out there in Twitter land or YouTube or anyone wants to actually ask me a question, you can just leave a message on my Twitter at Michael Burhan, or you can sub to the I Got Gameplay Facebook page or the Nerd Genius Facebook page.
I used to vlog with myself, but someone told me I'd go blind.
Facebook.com I Got Gameplay or Facebook.com Nerd Genius, Genious, and leave me a question there, and I will answer it in my Q&A video, which I'm going to do tomorrow, which will include my mighty number 9 donation, which I'm
Can I
going to
ask you my question now?
Yes.
What material do you use when you vlog by yourself?
I use this.
Vaseline.
Well, I have a question. If
Go
you're a
for it.
nerd genius,
Yes.
why can't you fix a Game Gear?
I can't do soldering very well. My hands are very shaky, you know.
Oh, because you're a busted thumb.
No, it's wrestling.
Yes.
No,
So
I just
there
I've
you go,
always had
kids, don't
shaky
wrestle,
hands.
you won't be able to solder. This
can't-
helpful tip was brought to you by Retrounlim.
I can't solder on the life of me, so I don't try. I can do the other stuff, like I recently fixed 2 PlayStation 3s, including a PlayStation 3 Fat and also a Slim that I'm working on
He used
currently.
blue tack because, as he mentioned, he can't solder.
And I fixed a iPhone 4, and I've modded my Wii.
I fixed a cat because I didn't want kittens.
Nice.
You
I've got.
you
Oh,
get
You didn't use the
clean
soldering iron, did
do
you?
the thing.
What do you do to
Dave,
your
I
Wii?
have
Sorry?
kittens.
Did you soft mod your Wii?
Yes.
Yeah, once you soft mod your Wii, the world is your oyster.
I
Brilliant.
love it. I'm actually thinking of buying an Ouya, just so that I can actually put loads of like modifications and stuff on there and play loads of homebrew, because I condone homebrew. I like homebrew.
I like homebrew.
If anybody does want a soft mod there,
I'm talking about alcohol, by the way. What were you talking about?
I'm talking about the things you actually can play games on.
If anybody does want a soft mod there, we check out the Game Shed, because they do a really good tutorial.
The
Really
game
easy to
shed
follow.
are unbelievable.
They-
Or
The stuff
I
they put
spoke to
on there.
Retro Unlim. They should basically focus on us, and we'll do a tutorial for them.
What?
No, they're much better at this as well. To be fair.
Yeah. Well, we just talk badly about politics. Haven't you kept up to date?
Yeah, we're retro politics instead.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as the Two Fat Bastards.
No, it's as bad as Two Fat Bastards. By the way, blatant plug, Two Fat Bastards.
October the 4th, 9:45 p.m.
October 22nd. That's my birthday.
October 10th is my son's
Yes.
birthday.
Yeah, but that's not my birthday, is it?
Well, he gets
Yes.
a present from me. You won't.
Yeah.
Can I have a
Send
present from
Dave
you?
stuff.
Did you want to go to the game shop on your birthday, Dave?
That would be a good video. I do actually have my birthday week off.
There you
Oh,
go.
hang on though, because my college course starts on.
I only asked because I've got that week off because it's half term the week after.
It's
What you
22nd.
studying in college?
It's
Logging.
complicated. I can't talk about it because I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Is it an uncommitted college relationship?
No, it's a committed college relationship, but it's to do with my job, so I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, okay. I was
It
going to say, with
involves-
friends.
It involves Disney.
Yeah, I'm going to find a way to thaw his head out and reanimate it. No, it's the 22nd of Tuesday.
Um,
I can tell you. I
Because if it is a Tuesday, then I'll be at college.
think it's
yeah,
a
it's a
Sunday.
Tuesday.
Oh shit, we'll go on Monday and pretend it's my birthday. No, actually, everyone, we're going on Tuesday. Monday.
We'll sort something out.
I'll
But
gladly
you're-
pay
but
you
you're off on-
Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Are you off on Monday though, Chris?
It's the week after, mate, that I've got off, sadly.
Well, then we'll go that week and then we'll time lapse or something. Michael, you can help us with that. You're a movie bloke. Time lapse us or something. Put subtitles and
Do
make
a
it look like
montage or something.
put those weird crackly lines in and animate it and stuff. So
I'll
it's
make
like
it nice
Laurel
sound
and Hardy.
Japanese. Oh,
Bob,
All right, but I don't want any technical porn.
Hello.
look, I know you're a oppressed Irishman, but you need to speak more. This
Says Mister, I've been playing
I'm
a Game
just-
Boy Advance for 30 minutes.
I'm not impressed.
watch.
Leave
Stop
him alone.
trolling.
I've just been sitting watching, waiting,
You're lurking.
playing my Game Boy Advance.
You've got Quake on in the background.
He's picking his moment.
You got Quake on.
I do. The N64 port.
Is it any good?
It's not bad.
I want to get Doom
Waste
for it.
loads of electricity.
What's on top of your SNES? What's the attachment on top of there? Is that some kind of being able to play any game device?
That is a Super 8. It's basically it lets you play NES games. It's actually an NES on a chip. It's one of those little kind of crappy Famiclone things, but it sits into your Super Nintendo, and it plays through the video ports.
No, that looks.
And it's also
No, it's all right. I was just going to say, I read about it, and I meant to always look into getting one if I ever got SNES, but I never got a SNES, so.
Well, I got one, and then I couldn't. It didn't work for about a year, and the guy I bought it from said, "Oh yeah, it should work. It should work." And I eventually discovered he had forgotten to mention that he had an American Super Nintendo, and once I region modded the Super Nintendo, it was all great and it worked. So,
awesome.
Bob, is the Super 8 that attachment that you can dump ROMs on?
No.
Oh,
no.
excuse me.
It just lets you play your NES games.
We're not keeping you up, are we, Dave?
Oh, no, I've only been out of bed for 2 hours, I'll be honest.
That's student life, eh? Yeah, no, the one thing I always wanted to get hold of was one of those crazy, magic ports that you basically put your game in, and it's got a connection that goes to a floppy drive. And
like a Super Wildcard.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. They were like mystical devices.
My brother had one. After I sold my Super Famicom, my brother had a Super Wildcard, and I remember there was one place, I'm sure I can talk about this now because it was so long ago, there was one place in Bristol, you had to drive over the other side of town and you could buy any game you wanted on floppy, but I remember Fist of the North Star came on 4 floppy disks. Loading games on floppy disk into a SNES is just wrong. But good, because it was cheap.
Yeah, I wonder if you can get GTA 5 on floppy.
Yeah, you probably could.
Might take a while.
3,800
There's probably a few wives complaining about GTA 5's causing floppies right now.
I'm actually, when I get mine, I'm probably going to end up playing it.
Your floppy.
My floppy.
Is anybody getting the Retron 5 when that comes out?
I am seriously considering it.
I'm getting it just because I don't have a SNES and a NES. That's the whole reason.
The problem I have is I've got all the. I mean, okay, it takes a while to set them up, or but I have pretty much all the kind of mainstream consoles up
the
to.
Image scaling on it looks really good.
Now I live under a rock, so what?
Retron 5 is the latest thing from Hyperkin. It allows you to play Mega Drive, SNES, NES, Famicom, Super Famicom. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance in one system. You can plug in all the original controllers into it, or use their wireless ones, which work via
Oh my
Bluetooth.
god, I think I've got a Woody.
But what I'm wondering is, the way a lot of these, things
Out
are.
in November.
They're emulated. They're on a chip. I mean, how's how does it play? Is there good compatibility?
Well, it's going to be at Play, and I understand that it has all the Super FX compatibility, but also it has the shaders. So because it runs through HDMI, the shaders upscale 3 times, so that it looks really shit hot on HDMI.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm playing on mine, on CRT.
14-inch CRT.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a nice 14-inch CRT. In fairness,
it's very nice.
It is very nice. I have a bigger TV. You can't see it, but I have a bigger. I have a 28-inch quarter.
The only thing is, what's the compatibility list like? What games can it play?
Complete. Oh my god.
Complete. Yeah, absolutely complete. Because they've done. This is the 5th model that they've released. So they've had it in the past where they couldn't do FX chips and they couldn't do stuff like this. So now they've got it bang on. And they were going to do the Retron 4, and they were going to bring it out, and then they brought out the tagline, why do 4 when you can do 5, and added in the Game Boy support as well.
But now that's like 8-minute abs. Now someone's just going to beat them and bring out one that says 6.
Yeah, they're going to add the Master System onto it. That's the only thing that's missing for me. And the power base.
I'm not buying it. He hasn't got a Master System. What's the point? It plays practically nothing.
What I've done is, because I lost, because I had the Mega Drive with the power base converter on it, I swapped the power base converter with a mate for a Master System 1. So then I can have the 2 next to each other.
Did I ever tell you my story where I conned a Master System base converter out of Virgin?
No, please do.
Right. I had a joke. This is true. I had a joke again. I think isn't there some time-lapse things so I can get away with this. I had a Japanese Mega Drive, as you know, when I was a kid, and I still have some Master System games. I wrote a letter.
Was it a Palai? Sorry, was it a Palai Mega Drive? The kind of the
Asian Korea.
the Asian PAL, the Hong Kong.
No, it was a proper Japanese Mega Drive.
Was it the one with the red and everything?
The red?
Yeah, it has a red power button instead of a white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the blue reset.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I had. That's a Palai.
I've got that. I still have mine. It's in my brother's room at the moment, actually. He's playing with it.
Funny if my brother kicked me across the floor. Anyway, sorry, go on.
I wrote to Richard Branson and said, "Dear Richard Branson, it's awfully cold in Bristol this time of year, and what with my father working away and us being very poor, I can't afford a Master System converter." And so 2 days later, I got a phone call from Virgin, and it was his secretary, and she said, "Mr. Branson's read your letter. Sorry, Richard Branson, love your failed balloon attempt and your boat thing. Mr. Branson's read your letter, and he'd like to send you a Master System converter." And she goes, "But we'd just like to check," because obviously grey import was big back in the day, "because we'd just like to check that you do have an English one, don't you, and not a Japanese one." I went, "Of course I have an English one. There's no way I'd have a Japanese one, because that would be wrong." And then they sent me a Master System base converter.
So Richard.
And you know what's even worse? 1 week later, I sold it.
He felt sorry for you, and he got you a Master System converter.
Seriously? Well, I doubt he read my letter. Obviously, his secretary read it and was like, "I don't know, look at this poor kid who can't afford stuff at Christmas." And I sold it a week later with all my games, and that allowed me to buy more Mega Drive games.
Dave, he is coming for you now in his hotter...
In his balloon.
Yes.
I tell you what, while you are watching this, Mr. Branson, I'd just like to say you owe me that because of all the fucking delays on your fucking trains. Sorry.
And his
That
beard.
makes it quite a good game.
If we're
All the Virgin things in one game.
Oh, I thought you meant my story.
if we're talking about ripping off Virgin, and again, the statute of limitations means my mate who lives in Australia now is probably safe. But I had a friend, and I think everyone had a friend like that in school, that he was an almighty shopper.
Well, I didn't do anything wrong. I filmed it. He didn't have to believe me.
You were legal. This, my friend, was not legal. It was a bit of a shoplifter. My mates had all tried to talk him out about it. He was like, grand. And they were downstairs in Virgin in Dublin. The Virgin Megastore was a big old kind of building, and there was a huge basement section where all the games were. And there was a power cut, which during the power cut, my friend basically got every fucking game you could get, got it into his jacket. I mean, he was literally running out of the shop with his jacket kind of just sticking out to here. He just was living off the proceeds of that for weeks. We all got cheap games, all of us. I don't condone it, but...
I do.
But you see, statute of limitations, all that aside, you bought stolen goods, and that is actually illegal.
Oh, shit.
The
interview is over!
Where do you live again? I want to send you a package. If you could just tell me where you live.
37 Acacia Avenue.
Is that where Banana Man lives?
It is.
It is, isn't it? Hold on a minute, I'm going to look that up.
What Dave hasn't told you, Bob, is that he's training to be a police officer at college.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
I'm gonna be extradited for something I did when I was 12. Oh shit.
You said extradite. I was going for the death penalty, mate.
Oh shit.
If you could do that, America would have got rid of Justin Bieber years ago, mate.
It's Bieber.
Bieber. Sorry.
And Banana Man lived at 29 Acacia Road.
22.
Acacia Avenue was something from an Iron Maiden song. I'm trying to think.
You love the fact that when Banana Man flew, he actually sort of swam. Plus, also, if you were Banana Man, right? I'm going really deep now because I got the box set. If you're a Banana Man, right, and you're this weird geeky kid, and you eat a banana and you evolve into this man, wouldn't you be really pissed off when your banana wore off? That sounds like a fucking floppy, don't it? Because you'd be like, "Oh shit, I'm a bloke, I'm a kid again." Or does he just eat lots of bananas and go around porking birds? And then when his banana wears off, they wake up and realise that they've just committed a crime. Wow, Banana Man was so deep. We didn't realise when we were kids.
Fridge horror.
On the same subject, way too much thought. Did it really hurt when Super Ted tore his skin off?
This is getting really dark.
Is there a connection between Super Ted and Banana Man? Because when you were talking about Banana Man, I was thinking, well, first I was thinking
Super Ted was on before Banana Man.
Yeah, I was talking through the connection was.
Banana Man raped Super Ted. Think about it.
Spotty looks like
No. Banana Man wouldn't rape anyone. If anyone was going to do the raping, it was Super Ted on Banana Man.
Super Ted had the goodies in it, didn't it? It was Tim Brooke Taylor and Bill Oddie.
Right.
Yeah.
The goodies,
and they were in Super
yum.
Exactly. But were they in Super Ted as well? Or did I imagine that?
No, they weren't in Super Ted.
Was Bill Oddie not in Supertit?
No.
Bill Oddie was, wasn't he? He was the bloke feeding the birds.
Anyway.
Yes, moving on. We've got some.
Any,
we've got
Harry,
some
any
local sports
topics.
team,
Yes, we've got some
No, I was
topics.
going to say, whose birthday is it today? Famous people.
Oh, I've got some more birthdays.
We've done
I've
that,
actually
mate.
read some
We've done
out,
that,
but-
was he? Oh, I was
Brian-
late, but you know me,
Yeah.
fashionably late.
Well, I didn't read these out. Brian Ferry from Roxy Music is 68.
Oh my god, he's old.
He only looks 67.
Yeah.
He can clearly pass for a pensioner.
But we do have some more topics here. We've got one brought up by Kit, who is a member of Retrounlim.com. Hi, Kit.
Hello.
What are
I love
Hi,
you,
Michael.
What are your thoughts on Google thinking about changing individuals' nicknames to YouTube to their real names, on YouTube to their real names?
They did that. I was Nerd Genius on YouTube, and they changed me to Michael Burhan.
Yeah, I
Did
had
you
the
have the
same
right
thing.
to say no?
No, you have a certain amount of times the right to say no, and then they automatically do it.
Yeah, I had the same thing. That's why I'm Chris Heaney84.
Yes.
But I don't
Oh
want
my
to use my real
God.
name.
As
I
long
don't
as
wanna
no
use
one's
my real
named
name.
Jesus81, we ain't got a problem.
Yeah, but I like being Lawn Boy's post.
You look genuinely disappointed there.
I'm devastated.
Dave, I've always wondered, what does your name mean? Is it Lawn Boy and it's a post on the lawn? Is it
Yes.
posted on the internet? Or, you know, can you explain?
Lawn Boy. I've
The
already
post with
explained
the
it once,
boy
and
on.
you were actually in the conversation.
I think I was very, very drunk at the so.
Yes.
Seriously, I think I was shit-faced.
Yes.
And I said, "Woo! Don't you point that thing at me."
Spider Monkey, yeah.
Lawn Boy was a reference to college. What do you do at college? If you know what I mean. And the Lawn Boy is a lawnmower in North America.
Oh, is it?
And so my nickname was Lawn Boy because it was like, Jesus, Dave, you hoover that shit up like a fucking lawn boy. Never mind. Don't condone that, kids.
Wait, does that sound... Was that a homosexual experience?
No, it was a reference to smoking massive amounts of pot.
Oh, okay.
Ah, right, yeah.
Great.
How did you get that?
I did that one weekend.
So you could have been Ganja Dude 75 if the a slightly different group of friends with a slightly different terminology.
Buffalo Soldier!
And 1975 was because I actually set it up before I had a YouTube. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm devastated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This interview over.
Oh, that's yeah.
He's
I've
crying.
declined it about fucking 50 times. And
I
it's
know,
still
I did as
there.
well, and then they just... One day I woke up and it's Michael Burhan. I was like, shit. Because I actually...
Fuck
have
you,
used
Google.
that with my
Right,
name.
next video. It's been too long since I've had another fucking rant at Google. Google. Wankers,
Well-
you're such a bunch of shit-tarded inbred motherfucking wankers. I'm so annoyed at you right now.
Well, to be fair, I don't think they're actually going to do it because if you look at the big guys like PewDiePie, they're not going to make them change it because PewDiePie is the brand name.
Yeah, but there's a
isn't it?
double standard,
No,
isn't
the
there, on
thing is,
Google between the big guys and the small guys?
That's the problem. It trickles down. Like, I want to take this time actually to talk about an incident that happened with a friend of mine, who's
He
the
was
owner of
exploring each other.
Tony Mango. No, Google. He put up a video. We did a podcast for the Wolverine movie. He got a shed load of hits, and people kept commenting on the video, swearing at the guy because it wasn't the actual pirate of the movie. Now,
Oh my God.
Guess what these same morons did? They flagged the video, and guess what YouTube/Google did?
They
took
took
it
it down,
down.
and the appeal
They
process
took
is
down the
so
whole
utterly
channel.
convoluted. Oh my
Oh my
god!
god, the channel.
They literally banned the channel, and he woke up one morning because I was going on the channel to check out the Nickelodeon podcast that they did because I wasn't a part of it because as I've been coughing today, I've actually been down with the flu for a couple of days. So
Is that a new
Let's
nightclub?
yeah, went to go and deal with the whole situation, and they've going on behind their whole terms and policies bullcrap, saying, well, we can't really do much at the moment because our decision stands because of the whole situation with your channel. We feel that you are misleading people by saying that the video was the movie. He never said it was. He never implied it was. All he said was that it was the Wolverine movie review.
That's what I don't like. And
yeah,
I despise Google even more.
I'm going to mention my own situation with YouTube as well, where Nintendo tried to take my channel down.
Oh, Nintendo and Sega are such whores on here.
I came back. I was going to go away. I had a whole sort of seminar thing going on down in Glastonbury.
You mean you were going to Glastonbury and you were going to get paid?
It was on the lawn, boy.
It was a fun experience for 2 weeks.
I'll have you know that Lawn Boy is premium shit.
Yeah. Well, I had an issue with Nintendo before that, and basically they flagged a video I did for them, which was a Nintendo Direct review that I did as part of my E3 collection of videos, which is on my channel if you guys want to check that out. They disabled the video afterwards after I rejected Nintendo's claims because they were trying to get me to give them copyright over that video, which had 30 views at the time. Oh yeah,
I remember that.
And Nintendo basically came back and said, it's our copyrighted material, and they tried to get the channel taken down. They said that the material, I was infringing on their copyrights. So I then decided to do a claim back and said, no, I'm sorry, that's not right. Under the 107 of the Copyright Act, the video is transitional, and it's also a critique as well. And if you want to get technical, the video they're saying that I'm infringing on wasn't even a Nintendo property, it was a Warner Brothers property, which was Scribblenauts. After a 3-month battle with YouTube, and Nintendo attempting to have my channel shut down. So Nintendo, I love you, but fuck you.
I'm with him.
Yes.
They then reinstated my channel after taking it to the, I believe there's a CDRM board that they took it to, and YouTube restored my channel. Not Nintendo, YouTube. So again, Nintendo...
Oh, so the system works, kind of, sometimes.
But I literally had to get on their case. And a lot of people tend to allow these guys to run roughshod over them. In the case of Ray William Johnson. And Ray William Johnson, you are a cunt. Sorry, using that word, but you are a cunt.
You're not a fan, then?
I'm not a fan because he uses people's copyrighted material, doesn't give them credit, and then somebody else tried to use the same copyrighted material, and he bombarded them with copyright claims to the point where the channel that he put the claims on got shut down.
Wow.
What's interesting about what you've just been talking about, you're saying that, going back to this Wolverine with you, YouTube took it down because somebody didn't upload the film.
Yes. No, this is how preposterous this is.
No, because they didn't upload the film, people flagged it because they wanted the film.
And YouTube actually upheld that.
Yeah.
You didn't put the entire copyrighted film up, therefore we're taking you down.
Yeah, this is the thing. And this is what Google Inc. and Google, we're using your platform. We do appreciate you. But this is why they need...
I'm not with him, Google. Love you. If you keep my name.
we need, literally a technical team. And the whole problem is...
Stu, that's your job.
What Google are doing, what YouTube are doing, they are monopolizing an industry at the moment.
Well, YouTube's not YouTube anymore. It is Google, isn't it?
Yeah. And the problem is they're monopolizing something, and they're not allowing people to have a voice. And they're saying, oh, but we're streamlining it by allowing you to, send us emails and... send us messages.
Please use our other products, and if you don't, we'll make you use them by removing everything that was actually YouTube-ish about YouTube.
Yes, but the only thing they brought to YouTube was monetization, was money. But you could make money off of these things.
James, aka Monkey Spaz, what do you think about this? Hi.
I just joined in and I got a bit of that conversation, not really got a clue what the fuck is going on, but hello!
I have a really important announcement to make about the future of my channel.
Go.
I'm going for a slash.
All I got is Ray William Johnson as an asshole.
Yeah,
Hi, James.
He's a complete and utter arsehole, I agree.
And that was it.
Is that the only reason
because
he came on to tell us?
There's an issue with YouTube at the moment where they've shut down a channel that belonged to a friend of mine because a video got flagged because it wasn't the pirated version of the Wolverine movie, but a podcast reviewing the movie.
What?
Yes. And the guy is in a battle at the moment with Google Inc. He's even going to the Better Business Bureau about this because they're literally stopping him from earning a living out of this. You can't really earn that much of a living unless you're Smosh or Ray William Johnson or someone like that. But they're literally delaying him and stopping him from doing it over a preposterous statement that people have liked the video for not being the Wolverine movie. They're saying it violates their terms and conditions because it was misleading, but it wasn't. It wasn't misleading. It was a review. The video title says review. How can that be misleading?
Fucking YouTube.
It is fucking YouTube.
You've got to be careful, though.
Does this whole
You could
thing at
take
the
us
moment,
off the air. Sorry.
the Persona games, the kind of the Japanese, I cannot pronounce it properly, but there's this whole series of games, Persona.
Yeah.
So basically, there's someone in Russia that's basically, if you put a Persona video up, it's automatically claimed by them and taken back down again because there's a TV show over there which vaguely ties in, And there's this whole thing going on that people are putting videos up and immediately it's being taken back down again, and someone's literally just glommed on and claimed them, and this is it. I mean, YouTube should be for the people putting stuff up, whereas there's all this bullshit going on, exactly like you're saying,
Yeah. No, but the whole thing about that as well, that's illegal, because the Persona series is actually owned by Atlas. So, or what now is Sega. So these guys who are basically illegally claiming stuff, they're doing it so you can get the personal details of
the problem is there's a Russian TV show which somehow has the word Persona involved in it, and that's their claim. Now apparently the woman involved in this is going, oh no, this isn't me just taking them down to someone else, and there's all this going on. But it's that bit where all the creative stuff gets kind of clamped down by legal stuff, and I suppose it's the problem with YouTube being owned by Google and it being big business now, and that all your creative stuff is the lawyers are involved, and that's a pain in the arse.
No, I agree with you. One of the biggest things I had an issue with, in terms of I would say like Nintendo, for instance, is that they've become so anti-internet. And what they try to do to me is literally what they're doing at the moment. They're going to anybody that has a Nintendo property, so like they do a playthrough or anything like that, they try to claim copyright over it. But the problem is, you're actually, as long as your stuff's transitioning, if you're doing a review of a Nintendo game, it's covered under fair use. So all you guys out there who do Nintendo reviews, don't worry about it. Your channel's safe. They can't claim copyright over your videos because it's transitional images and it's critique. It's governed under 107 of the Copyright Act, so make sure you guys man up and fight it.
This is the problem. Sega were doing the same thing. Phantasy Star.
They took loads of Bayonetta videos.
They were taking them down. And the weird thing is, people were putting up videos of it, say Phantasy Star stuff, and it was at the end of the day, it's promotion for Sega. It's advertising for Sega.
Yeah.
Even if you're saying, oh, these are the worst games ever, you're still talking about them, But yet Sega were coming in and just going, oh no, that's our thing, and they were getting them taken down. And it's just ridiculous. You know what
really annoyed me about the Sega thing though was Sega. So, look at what Sega have done with all their consoles. After the Mega Drive, they botched, and people have liked them, but they pulled out of the market and this and that and this. And if you ask me, Sega's fan base have stood by them through so much.
Yeah.
How do they repay them? They turn around and fuck them.
It basically, like you said, it's being a Sega fan. It's like being. It's not with no disrespect to abused spouses, because but it's a bit like that. No matter how bad they treat you, you go, oh yeah, no, it's okay. I had it coming.
No, but the same goes for Nintendo. And look at the whole Microsoft issue as well. When Microsoft attempted to do that whole thing with the Xbox One, where they were gonna.
I'm so glad with that. How people power actually worked.
Our games. They were going to make you lease a game. You pay $60 for a game. It's not yours. You don't own the license into it. You have to lease that damn game out. And it was literally going to destroy gaming. But you still had a huge bunch of people going, no, it's okay. It's going to help us. The
fanboys. I don't understand what people.
It was. I mean, in fairness, every time you buy a game secondhand, if you're a retro collector, most of your collection is secondhand. Sega, Nintendo.
Most of yours came from that bloke who stole from Virgin.
They did, actually. But yeah, I mean, every time you bought a game second hand, they go, oh, that shouldn't be allowed. The terms and conditions,
EA,
I mean, exactly. I mean, this is it. If I mean, much as I love the games, the companies behind them, at the end of the day, they would literally, if cats were more profitable to make games for Microsoft, from tomorrow onwards, would just have games involving mice running up near the screen. You know, there's no loyalty to your customer base. At the end of the day,
It will come with
a
a free
business.
catnip code.
Exactly.
All it means is that you
Our
get.
technical advisors, Stu.
Yeah, what it means is any game you buy, like you buy GTA 5 and any other game now, you don't own the game. You are paying for a license to use the game. You do not own the game. And that's the difference between old cartridge games like we used to play and still do, and new games.
So you're saying that at any time they could revoke your license to play that, and then come around your house and steal all your stuff?
Yes,
Yeah,
Steam does that.
your
Steam has
hamster.
that same model. You literally, if with Steam, you can lease a game on Steam, but they have the right to stop you from playing that game.
Yeah.
When you think about it, though, it's not that dissimilar if you actually bother to read the copyright on a VHS tape or, you know, a
Yeah, I
DVD.
mean, what was the deal with oil
watch
rigs?
this on an oil rig. You
Yeah.
must.
What was the deal with oil rigs? Why couldn't they watch?
They needed them to concentrate so they wouldn't pollute the environment. One DVD, BP. Look what happened.
Well, I'm glad at the end of the day, as consumers, you have a right. We all have a right. And the
Statutory
whole,
rights.
Exactly, and that's the whole issue when it comes to these companies. And I have to say, a lot of it's American companies that are doing this now, and Nintendo's a big.
I love you, America. Don't listen to him. Actually, sorry, America. I prefer Canada. If I'm perfectly honest.
Microsoft was
North
doing a big Nintendo a big Nintendo thing, which was we're getting arrogant because we were number one for the 360, so we're going to be number one again. And we,
I'd like to see how they're going to be number one with a product that's basically number two.
yeah.
Oh, I
And
see what you did
they've
there.
literally said, and the consumer said enough is enough, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to fight for those rights. If you don't fight
Like
for
the
it,
Beastie Boys.
I was just going to say that. What we do? You do that, but I'm going to fight for my right to party.
yeah.
No, but you're right. Too many people lie over and just take a fudge biscuit.
Yeah.
I think we should. I have no idea where that came from.
What?
I'm not even doing a gameplay, so this thing should be working. No, but yeah, and that's what I really liked about the Xbox One, where people just went, no, hang on a minute, because I mean, I did a video on it, and it got like 500 hits in one day, and it was just, no, hang on a minute, Microsoft, playing games with your mates, you know, like back in the day after school is part of gaming. It's social. You don't have the right to claim that social aspect is damaging to your enterprise and say, you can't have that. This game you bought, by the way, thanks for paying us 50 quid, but by the way, you're allowed to, what's it? You're allowed to lend it to one other person. Thanks for that, Microsoft. That's awfully big of you.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that I dropped 400 quid on a console that looks like a fucking VCR, and I can't turn the bloody camera off, so you can say, Netflix, oh, there's more than one person in the room. You can't watch this.
You're on an oil rig. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
That was
Yeah.
great for the
That's
camera.
Stop
Oil
watching
rigs.
this. Look at the slick.
Anytime someone puts an argument out there and says, well, you know, the moment a game becomes second-hand and they sell it on, you know, retailers shouldn't have a right to do that because they lose out on the second sale. But it stopped being your game after the first sale. Once that game is sold on,
I mean, yeah,
to me, I have the
exactly.
right to do what I want with that game.
It's like if you sell your car to somebody
Exactly.
else, you buy a car and you sell it on, you don't go to Ford, well actually here, Ford, listen, you're short of cash, here's your bit of the sale. You know, it's the same idea. I mean, it depends whether you treat it as a license or
Dear
whether you treat
Ford,
it
I
as a...
sold my Focus and I felt
Yeah,
so
exactly.
bad about the Dagenham plant in the 70s, I thought I'd give you the £2,000.
Use it wisely.
P.S. Bring back the Capri.
Yeah.
2 litre laser.
And soon they're going to make you buy a license to drive, yeah.